Deer industry is still pretty young, and we're still getting our heads around genetic improvement, but where do you think there's scope for the biggest genetic gains?
Phil, I think there's been a big genetic gain made in 12-month EBV over the last 5 years. Everything's got room for tweaking, but I think we've made the biggest gains there. There's a number of traits I think we could be looking for as an industry. So you've got your weaning percentage, your breeding efficiency, growth rate and meat yield. I think a package deal of those, if we keep tweaking them, we'll see big gains made in the future.
Do you think there's scope for getting a little bit more out of the existing hind base, just while we wait for the hind base to grow?
Yeah, I think so. I think farm gate price is allowing that at the moment, meaning we're not having to shut into a 1 month window to get a good price. The price is staying higher for longer, so farmers are allowed to grow their animals longer to maximise the yield on the carcass of meat to bone. And therefore the genetics is important to make sure you've got high yielding animals to achieve that. A combination of these factors are going to improve the amount of meat that we can sell from these hinds.
Looking at it from the buyer's point of view, when they're coming along to a sale, what questions should they be asking their breeders about genetics?
I think they've just got to have an understanding of all the things that make up a complete package on a deer. It's not just a 12-month EBV, it's a type of animal, it's meat yield, it's growth rate, it's even velvet potential too, because you've got spiker income. The way the schedule is now operating at a flat level, it's a bit of a game changer for different options if you can grow grass right through the summer. Not everybody can, but the people that have got that option, it's a good chance to yield a high value meat at a time where they can grow good grass.
Is it possible to wrap up good velvet genetics and good venison genetics in the same animal?
It is, but you always compromise something when you're trying to multitask. But you know, there is good all-round genetics available that people are building on that can offer a bit of everything. Because if you concentrate, I think, on too much on one trait, you can come unstuck in other areas because you take your eye off the ball.
From the buyer's point of view, how should they use that information that's available and it's published on the tables on the Deer Select website? What should they be looking out for?
I think it's important not to get hung up on one trait. They've got to understand what they're breeding for and what the opportunity is, and make sure they do the research, because there's a number of traits through Deer Select that I think add value to anybody's breeding program. What
would you say to breeders that aren't in Deer Select and possibly should be?
I just think it's a good tool. Like, everybody likes to check measurements and know where their own stocks stand on a physical parameter, but the BVs are a very good tool to help back up the confidence in both, whether it's the BV versus the on-farm weight or vice versa. It's just another way of giving you confidence that you're buying a stag for the right reason.